Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today I want to talk about the most beautiful wristwatch in the world. The most beautiful wristwatch in the world. And before we do that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe, a 5196 in yellow gold. So guys, when we say what is the most beautiful wristwatch of all time, this is a very, very tricky thing to discuss. The problem is that, you know, many of these things, we would basically, if we said what is the most beautiful wristwatches of all time, we'd be stuck in the Patek vintage archives, with the 3448, the 2499, the 1518, things like that there. So I'm going to trim this down a bit, put it into some context, because when we say what's the most beautiful wristwatch in the world, I think the problem is with many of these vintage pieces, the prices are ridiculous. They're completely unobtainable. And they're quite delicate pieces in a modern context. So I think we're going to put some rules in place. We're going to say, okay, this needs to be something which was manufactured in the last 30 years. 30 years, okay? So we're going to say, what is the most beautiful modern wristwatch? So very, very interesting equation to have there. The most beautiful modern wristwatch. And I left high school, Kenmore State High in class of 89. So it's basically from that period forward. So okay, I think we've got to put it into a more modern context, and that also, the joy of doing that is that it also means that this piece is highly, I wouldn't say affordable, that's really the wrong word, but if you could buy one if you sacrificed absolutely everything. And so let's have a look. Why do I think the most beautiful modern wristwatch in the last 30 years is? And this to me is the most beautiful. And there's only one winner, and that is the Patek Philippe World Time 5110 in platinum. No, I do not have the platinum reference. No, I do not. I do have the yellow gold reference, but I do not have the platinum one. I have a friend, I've got two friends who actually three good friends who actually had the platinum reference. There was Descartes, who sold his. There was my friend from America, who I met at the Patek show. And then there was Dave has the platinum reference. So why do I think this is the most beautiful reference, beautiful modern watch of all time? Well, let's have a look at some fundamentals. Number one, it's made by Patek Philippe, regarded as one of the, well, it's the top echelon of makers. Patek Philippe in all spheres is there is not really a cheap Patek Philippe. The next thing is that this piece here is in one of the best metals, which is platinum. It's a bitch to work with, and it's a super luxurious metal. The third reason is that this piece here is very it's a world time, a 24 time zone world time, and very innovative. It uses a pusher at the 10 position to change different time zones. Very innovative system where it's got an inner disc which moves as the day progresses. So it's a very innovative thing. It basically gives you the world time at a glance of the wrist. You can see what time it is in the world. Very innovative, very gorgeous piece. But the real reason why I say this piece is the most beautiful modern wristwatch of all time is that killer guilloche. The guilloche is superb. Absolutely knocks it out of the ballpark. This is the guilloche is on the 5110 family. That is the most beautiful guilloche of all time. The hands on the 5110, some people have criticized the hands and said they are too small. I think if you look at the beautiful predecessor to the 5110, which was the 2523, you would have to say that I can see where the hand inspiration comes from. And the hands in the model after the 5110, the 5130, with the big circle hour hand, didn't quite hit the spot. Admittedly, the latest incarnation of the Patek World Time, the 5230 series, which they do interestingly in rose gold and white gold. Maybe that may be the most perfect size. It may have the best hands, but I think for the guilloche and the case design of the 5110, it just knocks it out of the ballpark. The modern, so the 5110, the 5130, and the 5230, those three series in the modern context, they all hark back to the 2523, which was the incredibly gorgeous series before the 5110. Absolutely stunning. The movement in the modern Patek World Times is the 240 micro rotor movement, which the 2523 did not use that movement at all. It had a different movement. The 240 movement is considered by Patek to be their premier automatic movement, micro rotor, and it's an interesting movement in the sense that it also powers many of Patek's automatic perpetual calendars. It powers a lot of interesting wristwatches. So the one of the idiocies of this 5110 using the 240 movement is that it has no second hand, no seconds hand, and it also it's a very interesting if it is to have seconds, it can't be center seconds, it needs to be sub seconds. Quite an interesting movement, which is featured in some of the top echelon grand complications. So this watch here, the 5110 series, especially the platinum, I think is absolutely stunning. The context when this came out, it came out in 2000, year 2000. This is when Patek, they had previously, before this, they'd launched the revolutionary 5035 annual calendar, and this was a step forward. They've then released in 2000 the 5110 series, which was a completely modern take on their previous 2523 world time. The big thing about the platinum version, the 5110P, the P for platinum, is that it has that unique blue middle guilloche. The white gold version doesn't have this. No other of the precious metal well, they only come in precious metal, the rose gold, the white gold, or the yellow gold. They don't have this blue center, only the platinum. The platinum also has the diamond between the lugs at the 6 o'clock mark. So it's a very unique piece. Seeing the 5110P, people know it's platinum because that is the blue center. It's, I think, a very well executed piece, 37 mils. It uses 20 mil strap, 20 mil across here for the lugs, and it tapers down. Some would say a little bit small, but this was the context of 2000. It tapers down to 14 mils. So I think in a modern context, the most beautiful modern wristwatch in the last 30 years, without a doubt, is the 5110P, the Platinum World Time Patek. Is it perfect? No. Is it the absolute best? No. It's just in the modern context, I seriously would say it is the most beautiful aesthetically, form and function, design-wise. It harks back to the legendary 2523 series, which $1 million plus watches we're talking about. It's just an absolute design icon. It's a classic. They were made in reasonable numbers. I think the big thing about the 5110, they are not cheap. They certainly are not cheap. But you can get one. You know, you can get one for the price of a second-hand Porsche or a second-hand high-end Mercedes. You could get a 5110P with papers, and that's about as affordable as you could ever hope for such a beautiful piece. So in my opinion, is it the best Patek? No. I think for the best Pateks, there's many more desirable Pateks in the vintage, but in the modern context, in a relatively mass-produced form, in a piece which is known the world over by watch aficionados, I think the 5110P, nothing compares to it. Absolutely nothing compares to it. There is no other competitor to this Patek Philippe. There is no competitor. And I think that's what needs to be respected in it. It is just an absolute, absolutely stunning piece, gorgeous piece. The most beautiful modern wristwatch in the last 30 years that has ever been produced. Is it the rarest? Is it the most valuable? No, 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 no. It is just the most beautiful piece in the last 30 years ever made. I'm ArchieLuxury. This has been a look at the most beautiful watches of all time. Tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and put a few negative comments down below. Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Tell me what you think. Tell me, guys. I want to hear what you think. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that.
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David S.W. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David S.W. David S.W., the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David S.W. He even does things like FP Journe. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.